That was my fault as well. I knew better than to try to shoot the missionary from that far away. Although I'm still kind of surprised that it was too far. I knew it was close, but I didn't expect it to actually be too far. Ooh, good start. Give me another, please. Nope, okay. But anyway, I always get closer to the missionary than that. If I had tried a little better in that fight, it still would have gone poorly because he gave me a bad starting pattern. But I still could have handled it. Good call, Petch. I said good call because Etheria saying good call right above that made me say it. But it is a good call to make hot chocolate. PB incoming. Maybe. See ya, boys. Have fun with your video games. Anyway, I didn't have a perfect maul last time. I did save time, but my movement could have been better. I also lost a lot of time in the sewers. A lot of time in the sewers. So yeah, even before I started complaining about how bad the run was, it could have gone better up to then. So that wasn't a big loss to reset. I agree, Frost. Playing Dark Souls with bad weapons is fun too. Speaking of which, although I have a lot of pride in my Dark Souls experience, one thing I have not done that a lot of people have is a whip-only run. In fact, I have used the whip for about 2 minutes total. It's the one type of weapon I have basically no experience with. Well, no armor was the only way to go. 6874. Hi, Ellie. Good dog. I'm really mad that she just did that. She never, ever, ever does that there. But of course she did right now. To explain what just happened there, because it didn't happen at all in the previous run. On easy difficulty, they made it so that you don't need to hold the ready button to make Cheryl attack. She'll automatically aim at and attack any nearby enemies if you just press the attack button, whether you're readied or not. And that's actually bad because sometimes she'll do it when you're trying to open a door or something, if you're not completely right up to the door. And that's what happened there. She tried to attack the dog instead of opening the door, even though the dog was really far away. That's unbelievable what just happened. They set up the perfect roadblock. They were coordinated. Anyway, I'm going to lose some maul time because of all that, but not a whole lot. Not enough to reset over, for sure. I've got a lot of time to save throughout the run. It was unbelievable, Jim. Well, anyway, back to what I was saying about Cheryl auto-attacking. She tends to do it in the same areas, and those are areas that I, tend to be more cautious about it in. But where she did it, you know, in the hallway with that one dog, is not a place that she ever really does it. I've seen it happen like once before ever. It was kind of my fault for trying to open the door from so far away, or not even open the door, I was just like preemptively mashing the button. And I guess I shouldn't have been doing that. But it just happened so rarely there that I didn't think about it. Whatever. Mistakes were made. Time was lost. Emotional pain was felt. Trigger discipline, exactly. Keep your finger off the trigger unless you are ready to destroy whatever your gun is pointing at. Unfortunately, my gun was pointing at the run. That closer was very nice, didn't block me at all. The feels. I feel the feels very vividly. What, Shenpark? Yeah, it's a nice touch, Draculantern. One, two, three, four, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's bad luck having to take 8 shots, but it's pretty common. The pussy trigger. I don't know. I don't know these terms. Some reference I'm not getting, I guess. I guess my maul in my 4100 run wasn't very good because I've consistently saved time on that split. I thought that run was pretty good. I thought at least my maul was good, but I guess not. ROFL. Literally rolling across the floor. I don't know. The only thing I can imagine that phrase, you know, referencing would be the thing that it's very obviously referencing. In which case I've never heard it called that before. I'm only 23. I'm not supposed to lose track of the hip new lingo yet. That was a terrible subway car, but oh well. Only Tumblr has triggers. One time somebody referred to me as a male, and I had a panic attack. And since then, life has never been the same. That person literally owes me tens of thousands of dollars to cover my therapy costs. Those are the triggers I know of. Exactly, Frost. What else would I have meant? What else does one get in the mail? Oh my god, McTurtles, I didn't trigger you, did I? CSI. I would Jack-o'-lantern, but putting trigger warning in my title is a trigger for me. The last time I tried doing that, I had a seizure and died of cancer. Terrible room. What? I hate this room. I hate this room. I hate this room. I hate this room. Why is it the hardest room in the entire game? Illegal breeding operation. The other day when I was at work, we had the TV on and it was turned to Animal Planet, which of course I found out within those 3 hours, and one of my other friends has been watching Animal Planet a lot too, so I found it out through him as well. But anyway, I found out that the show is basically, or the channel is basically not about animals at all anymore. It's just another Discovery Channel clone basically. But anyway, there was one show that came on that was tangentially about animals. And long story short, this guy got arrested for selling an owl to somebody. Apparently selling owls is illegal in some places. And it was making, like, the show was clearly trying to make the police officers, I don't think they were normal police either. They were some kind of, like, joke job having animal police who aren't real people, basically. It was clearly trying to make them out as like heroes and trying to make out the guy who sold the owl as some kind of like loser, bad guy, criminal, evil person. And it's like, he literally sold a pet bird to somebody. No one who deserves to live cares. No one who deserves to not be brutally murdered cares that the guy sold an owl to somebody. It wasn't ASPCA, it was something like even more pathetic than that. But yeah, I don't understand. I don't understand how something like that could be illegal. I don't understand how anyone could feel justified having the authority to arrest somebody based on something like that, other than being completely devoid of logical thought capabilities and empathy and morality. That's now that I say all that, I don't really have a good closer for the stuff I just said. So I don't really know how it was even related to what people in chat were talking about to begin with. And I'm sorry about that. But it was really baffling to me. I mean, let me like reiterate what the situation that they were showing. The guy didn't abuse the owl. He didn't do anything bad to the owl. He didn't mistreat the owl. He didn't have the owl in like a bad environment. He just had the owl as a pet and sold it to another guy who wanted it as a pet. I don't know. Jim Nagasaki. Thank you, Yohani. I'm skeptical of that, but on a somewhat more related note, this construction building is going okay. I hit my sewer split a few seconds late, so I don't know exactly where in the run I am. Doesn't really matter because it's real-time versus in-game time, so I never really know exactly where in the run I am. Yes, Frost. I would love that. I just did tell you my life story. That's what I just did. Oh, hi, awesome. Thank you, and happy Valentine's Day to you too. I'm good. That sounds horrible, Colin. Well, this room went terribly. It's not even a hard room. It actually kind of is. Our tax dollars went to an owl. I also noticed a lot of people were commenting on like the owl situation as I was describing it. Unfortunately, it's scrolled too far up in chat for me to read now, so I missed it. I'm sorry. Being a streamer who pays attention to his chat is very difficult, but I try as hard as I can, please know that. I can look at the logs. I've been having a really hard time hitting that door lately. And I don't really know why. I'm not alone. I got Cheryl. As long as I have this game installed, I'm not alone. Ha ha ha. That doesn't sound insane, does it? Oh, it does? Oh, well, good, because then you're a well-adjusted human being if you think that sounds insane. I'm completely lucky that Gator didn't wreck me. He almost did. That's really weird. She didn't quick turn for some reason. I guess I just hit the inputs for it too early before I had control. I can deal with this. I can deal with this. I just now read what you said about having a giant cancerous tumor, Colin. No, I haven't had such a thing, and if you do, I'm very sorry to hear that. I wish you the best of luck on your medical issues that aren't cancer. Oh. So I guess that's what the tumors are driving you to do, Colin. Well, have fun, at least. I hope the dog was down for that. Otherwise, that would be tragic. That may be an accurate split. Nope, you're not going anywhere, buddy. Get up. I'm a little mad about that. This is a really bad fight. I'm not actually sure why that happened. I guess I was just at too much of an angle, which is something I could have prevented, though it would have been kind of hard. I think I lost a little more time than my splits indicate. Because I also didn't leave Cheryl's apartment well, which is a really hard thing to mess up. So 2 bad missionary fights in a row. This one was not reset worthy, so we will see what happens. If nothing else, I'd like to get these splits accurate, because I don't think I saved the splits that I set the other day because they were the wrong file. I had loaded my splits for extra options category, and I didn't want to overwrite those. Or I don't even think it would have let me overwrite them because they were just worse splits. Kick him right in the balls. I would like to. I would like to be able to aim specifically for his balls. He has given me enough trouble that he deserves it. Nightlight. Does Nightlight work again? I hope it does, because it bothered a lot of people. As glad as I am that horror is gone, I also thought it was funny that there were some people who were legitimately bothered by Nightlight. 4, 6, 3, 9. Return horror. 1, 2, 5, 8. It's kind of bad, but I'll take it. I mean, I'd have to take it. Yeah, horror's been gone for a while. Hi, Eve. I'm not sure if I believe that at all, Verteris. But, I mean, I'm not a medical professional, so who am I to say? Five, 2, 7, 3. Five, 2, 7, 3. Neither are you. Well, okay then. Once upon a time, this game was spooky. True. Not so much anymore. Honestly, I think I've said this on stream several times. In fact, I know I've said it at least once. But I consider Silent Hill 3 to be the least scary of the original trilogy. Though it's also my favorite of the original trilogy. Probably Blue Alchemist. Long story short, he was just a mod that, or an admin on Twitch actually, who banned several people for questionable reasons. And some of them were quite high-profile streamers. And people got mad, and then horror got removed, and there was drama for like 3 days in the process. It was pretty interesting. You're fucking retarded. Put yourself down. Fucking... I can't. Yeah, that too. I mean, there were a lot of people who were banned for dumb reasons, but then there were people who were literally, like, streaming porn in protest. And they were like, well, why was I banned? You can't ban me for voicing my opinion. And I personally know several people who did stuff like that and did not complain about it. So please don't think that I'm accusing everyone who did silly things like that of being someone who hypocritically complained about it. Well, that's fine. One gator for the whole run I can live with. Really, Frost? That's kind of funny. I almost got gatored twice by the same gator. That would have been amazing. Hi, Scion. Lil Z. Is it? Okay, this can be quite a good hospital if I don't screw up the Leonard fight. Good menu work, LOL. Gotcha. Get stunned, idiot. Tactical reload. Probably Sunday. Awesome. I won't be streaming tomorrow. Yeah, this is a pretty good hospital. I'm not sure how it stacks up to my actual PB hospital, but I'm pretty sure I had a decent one in these splits, so it's not bad. Well, the thing with this game is, like, the reason I'm continuing while I have such bad splits anyway is because I don't really need to rely on splits, because number one, like I said, the difference between real-time and IGT can fluctuate, so you never really know exactly where you are in the run anyway, according to your splits. And number two, I have an idea of how good the run is going just by the mistakes I make, because, I mean, the run is pretty optimized. So this run is, I'm pretty confident that this run is slightly behind my actual PB, but just very slightly. Alright, see ya, awesome. Thanks for stopping by. Can't you just get fired for getting an erection like Slayer and stream all day? Is that a real story about something that happened to Slayer? Because that's hilarious, if so. Yeah, pretty much. A god, a demon god itself, is no match for a shotgun. I should save time here because in my 5100, if I recall correctly, the key did not drop on the first try. And it will here, because I have Shinpuk strats on my side. I'm gonna have to ask Slayer about that, because that sounds hilarious. Move it. Quick turning there probably didn't actually save any time at all, so I'm dumb. Scion, I'm so sorry. Please know that I also hate Twitch, even though I use it almost every day. At least your message saying that your messages won't go through went through. I believe that split.
We're so glad you came. Please come inside and look around. When you feel you're ready, then go through the door. Help!
Smuggling sausages out.
Do you hear those voices? A family of 4 was sliced into bloody pieces in this room.
Oh, hey, Snaggle.
Cries of the children.
Ah, the cries of the children.
Do you know why he said he killed his
You know,
family?
I wonder what this voice sounds like in the HD remake. I haven't heard any clips of Borley.
Anyway, I'm lying. It's all just a joke. I wanted to
Yeah,
scare
that's
you, that's all.
one of the main benefits of having chat on stream.
Only one
People can see what messages I can see and which ones I can't,
tried suicide.
so they don't think I'm just ignoring them. The bad thing is I can't just ignore people and say, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't see your message.
But quite friendly, as you can see.
Just kidding, I would never do that, because I'm a good person. Whistle while you twerk. Do 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 do.
Here after first losing his way. Oh, maybe you might know. Where is the path, Henry? This mansion is quite old. I'm so sorry. This place is just falling apart. The mechanism is broken, you see. It wasn't supposed to stop there, I assure you. There's
Thanks,
the
Frogman.
exit. I hope you enjoyed your tour. Please come back anytime. Or if you prefer, we could come and visit you instead. That was supposed to be the exit.
Bad turn.
But it
No big
seems
surprise. The first turn is the hardest.
everyone really likes you. They want you to stay with them.
Second turn is interesting. Saved 0.2 seconds. This is the run. Might as well have been Jack-O-Lantern. Sounds the same? Really? Huh. That's surprising, because even like tiny details of voices were changed. Or, you know, like other really minor character voices were changed. Like the guy who calls Cheryl about her birthday, he was actually changed really poorly. The guy, Troy Baker, who does James's voice in the remake, also did the voice of the announcer on the elevator for the game show or whatever it is. And it's way different. That was bad. No. I've heard quite a few of the new voices. I've heard every major character's new voice, and none of them are improvements. There are a few that are just as good, but none of the characters that matter are as good, let alone better. I'm sorry, Scion. I'm so sorry. We were talking about voice acting in the HD collection of Silent Hill. And now I'm talking about how I fired really early for no reason at all, so these horses are... I'm done. Everything I've ever done in life means nothing now. That's 4 seconds. 4 seconds down the drain. Probably about 3 seconds IGT. Because the way it counts IGT for this segment is kind of weird. Well, it's not that. It's more like the way your frame rate affects this area is weird, and your frame rate tends to vary a lot here. And frame rate affects IGT. Like, IGT actually counts frames, which is good, because it means you're not going to have an advantage if you have a better performance. It was a very simple concept that I just explained, but I took about 5 or 6 sentences to explain it. So, sorry about that. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Oh, you're gonna run? Too bad. I know where you're running. I got your number, idiot. This dummy. This dummy doesn't know anything about this game. Alessa wants to be hardcore, but Cheryl won't let her. Whistle while you twerk. No, 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 no. Oh. I figured it would be different. So what I'm saying is just put a frame cap on this game. No, it's like it counts the total frames. It's not dependent on the frame rate is what I'm saying. So the opposite of what you said, I guess. That's actually what Shinpug did to test how in-game time is affected by frame rate. He actually put a frame limiter and ran from one end of a hallway to another, and then did it without the frame limiter, and it had the same in-game time. And I think I have a link to that demonstration in my profile. I could be wrong. Yeah, that's a good split, by the way. It should be an accurate split. Whistle while you twerk. No, 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 no. Wow, I barely started mashing on that painting in time. I was dicking around and almost missed the opportunity to hit that door. I didn't, but I almost did. Rooftop Archer is easy. Don't even pretend. Whistle while you twerk. No, 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 no. The more I say it, the funnier it gets. Missed the door somehow. Cost me about a second. So far this has been a much better chapel than in my 4100, so we will see how this goes. I mean, I had a terrible chapel in that run, so that's not saying a whole lot, but it's saying something. It's actually been a really long time since I've had a run with a chapel as bad as the one that was in that run. My brother CFB. We're brothers now? I haven't heard that meme. This is world record. Please don't say that. Especially now that I just did that. I mean, that cost very little time, but it's an embarrassing mistake. I don't want that to be in the record. Then again, you know what? I only had one instance of bad enemy luck. I got grabbed by a gator once. And in both of our PBs, we got grabbed by gators like twice. You got wrecked by dogs once. So, yeah. Could actually be a record. Everyone says we have the same voice. I don't think we do. I think we're both kind of subdued and monotone, but that's it. I mean, I don't mind people thinking we have the same voice. I think we both have pretty good voices. Just saying. Oh, thanks, Parallax. My bitrate's actually pretty low, but I've got a good frame rate going on, if I say so myself. That turn is so hard. I usually mess it up in the opposite way, where I do it too late, not too early. Don't know why I went to the right there. Good God luck. Let's go. Good God luck. I agree with Shumpuk. I notice you, Jack-o'-lantern. At least no less than anyone else. But I don't notice anyone much right now, because I have to play video game. Even if I'm doing, like, a boss fight that takes no effort or concentration. Hold W. Attack. Oh my god, that was good luck. That was actually good god luck. I didn't count the shots, but that was definitely fewer than average. It had to have been. Oh my. Oh my. That's a rekky. World record was 40 minutes and 26 seconds by Shumpuk. World record is now 40 minutes, 11 seconds by me. Can you be banned for world record? No, I don't want you banned. You're cool. You're not getting banned. I do have world records in good games. Well, a good game. It's called Silent Hill 3, haha. Thanks to everyone who's saying grats. The lighting in my room is kind of bad right now, but I have to celebrate somehow, so let's do this. Let's celebrate a Valentine's Day world record. Okay, OBS just froze again. Just like last time I recorded, and just like last time I streamed. Good program. So I can't do what I was gonna do. I was gonna eat a Reese's peanut butter cup on cam. Ugh, what a pain. Whatever. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. I guess I'm done since I set a world record. I have to be done. Thanks to Scion for not being banned. Thanks to Shinpuk for playing this game with me. I'm not playing a Final Fantasy game ever. Thanks to everyone who's here. Thanks to everyone who's always here. Thanks to people who aren't usually here but are right now. Thanks to people who are usually here but aren't right now. Thanks to my parents for being nice to me. Thanks for all the people. I have to close obs.exe now. I'm not gonna raid anyone, because no one who likes to be raided is streaming right now. Bye.